So I kind of fell into the legal industry. When I left school, my first job was to manage a commercial roof consulting firm. It's crazy boring. So one day when I was at work, I was reading an annual book, and I can't remember if it was a rose for her grave. One of the victim's mothers was a judge's assistant, and I thought, I didn't even think that was a job. That sounds really interesting. So that same week, I picked up the newspaper, and there was an advertisement for a position at Multnomah County Circuit Court. So I sent in a resume and interviewed with Judge David Gurnant and was hired. I worked for him for I think 5 years and was promoted to be one of our state's very first family court facilitators. It was a pilot program, staff persons that were helping people who couldn't afford attorneys get through family law processes, divorce, custody, modifications, etc. Working there, and I had been in that position for about 5 years when I got a call from a recruiter. And she asked me how my job search was going, and I told her I wasn't searching for a job because I wasn't. But then she told me where the interview was going to be at, and it was at this firm called Gewurz Menashe, and I knew that that was a pretty big deal. They were, at least at that time, number 4 in the country as far as family law practices were concerned. And now, 10 years later, I am supporting our firm's managing partner and work in the most beautiful place. One day I got an invitation to a NALS of Portland, Oregon event, a wine and cheese gathering. Wine is delicious, cheese is delicious. But what I ended up finding was this amazing group of men and women who cracked me up. And I didn't know anyone that was there, but by the time that I left, I knew that I wanted to know this group of people. And the next thing I knew, I joined. And then next thing I knew, I was on a committee. Then I was on a state board. I'm still trying to figure out how that even happened. I have one child. Her name is Andrene. She is amazing, and sometimes she lets me hang out with her.